Hello, gang. Uh, Members of the church and non members, and all of you out there in having issues land. I am having issues. You're like, what has happened to Troy? Family dynamics is amazing. You know, just because I'm a podcaster host guy doesn't mean that my life doesn't get crazy. And I think the more influence you have on others, the crazier it gets, and the crazier the people that come into your life. Imagine, if you will, the atonement of Jesus Christ is at your use, and you finally have a use for that atonement, and you need it. Imagine, if you will, a host of problems just dropping on you like an atomic bomb. Not just within your family. And I'm talking distant family and children, and just things that Andrea and I have been experiencing. She just was really sick. She keeps getting, it repeats itself every once in a while because she has kidney stones. She had E. coli. She had white blood cell problems. She had all kind of urinary tract infection, just all kinds of bad things. And she's been not feeling well. And then we've been having other things that I'm not going to discuss, but it's called life. And even us podcasters and influencers that come on the program and discuss, you know, the things of the day, we're not immune to those problems. And I want you to learn a lesson from this if you can. And that is our apostles, our prophet, all the 15 leaders of our church and our female leaders and everyone up there that you see during General Conference, they have the same problems you do. And even the posh problems, some people might not be comfortable wearing them on their the more serious than the posh. I call the posh problems, you know, things like I don't know. I have this OCD about washing my hands, and that can become detrimental to people. But there are other problems that some people aren't comfortable discussing, and there are those personalities that discuss those problems, and they don't just discuss the surface level problems. They reveal everything. But that doesn't mean that those who don't discuss the deeper matters aren't experiencing those things. So I'm making a point here is that it's very superficial, childish, and cruel to think that others are more, that there are people in the world that are privileged out of the same problems that you have. That's not true. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care, the blood stock, the family you were born into. There's a nice picture of the first presidency. And my mother-in-law, who has passed away. We've got problems, man. Everybody's going through it. Everybody. And my computer took a dump. So I'm almost thinking about, if I need to discuss something, for those of you who like how I script things out sometimes and I have scripture ready and stuff, I think I can still do that and use my camera for a while. I miss giving just little chats when I had them just sitting in my minivan with the trash cans behind me in the parking lot. But we all need the atonement of Jesus Christ. All of us. And no one is immune to problems. So it's childish and rude and cruel and very simplistic to think, and I'm taking people that leave the church and kind of fight against it, and they have nothing else better to do than to put down how the churches ran, and that that there's some selfish motive for being a member of the church, and that we're different human beings, that we're not in the same category as the critics. And I'm talking deep, dark critics, deep, dark critical thinking that isn't nuanced and practical. Even though they will call themselves nuanced, they're not being that way. Because if they had charity, if they had real, if they had humanity inside them, they wouldn't do that. They would consider me and you and President Nelson and President Anderson in that same human family of problems, of setbacks, of deaths, of mental illness, of emotional baggage, of being tried and tested severely beyond the scope of you looking around you and wondering if somebody understands the pain and the sorrow that you're going through. I want you to know that there's no going back. You made covenants. You were baptized. You've been to the temple. Or maybe you're getting ready to go. But there's no going back. Come, come, ye saints. No toil, no labor, fear, but with joy wend your way. Though hard to you, this journey may appear. I might be saying it right. I can't remember where the rest. But you get what I'm saying. There's no going back. You got to get through the hills and the valleys and break your leg, get sick, lose children, die yourself. But stay in the game, brothers and sisters. Be in it to win it. And rely upon the atonement of Jesus Christ, because it's there to use. It's there to use. I don't know what's going on. I've just been vegging and helping my wife and just vegging and just staying away from everything. I love you guys. But Brother Abel's has problems in his life too. God bless you.